team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. From the 41, Lance. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. To throw, it's Lance. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Working from the gun, Lance. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. Touchdown! Mike Evans with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead for the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big time, John? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. Play action, Fields. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. On first down, it's Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Touchdown, Bills. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills have retaken the lead. This time the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff to Mixon. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Second and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get...
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Here's a give to Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? He finds his target. It's Evans. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Evans with his second touchdown here this first half. And the Dolphins have tied it. Now they can take the lead with the extra point. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point safely through. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bills have once again taken the lead. The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fields this way up at the 17. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Back to Mixon on second down. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. The Dolphins on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Completes it to the fullback Ham. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Another try for Mixon. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is now 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. A big play there just before halftime.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5-6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Blankenship's kick is good, and the Bills have come back to regain the lead. So a little late drama in the first half as that kick will give them the lead into intermission.
Isn't this fun the way that this is unfolding? You're exactly right. The late drama, 3 points go up on the board, and we go into the half with a new leader.
Fields this way up at the 17. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go. To work at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half, but when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
Lance now on first down. Here's a diving catch right side.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43-yard line. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 111 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And a solid run down inside the 30. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Joe Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. This is caught by Evans. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Mixon running right, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Mixon. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2nd and 6. They'll run with Mixon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Joe Mixon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Now Matt Rule keeping the offense on the field to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Devin White, the linebacker.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give them a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On play action, Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Play action. It's Fields. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and goal, Fields. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Now it's Fields. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Dolphins are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra.
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. Mixon with a 1st down and more. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 156 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run here with Mixon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. And they'll go for it. Lance. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
I can hear it right now that most people in our business are saying, why aren't they running the football? But I happen to agree with this strategy. They've had success all game long. I don't think they should go away from it. Too often, teams go into that protect mode and end up giving away the football. This team has stayed aggressive, and it's working out for them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to solve this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere.
And that's caught inside the 35. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. On first down, Fields going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Lance now on first down. Evans has it left side. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Play action. Now it's Lance. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook.
these guys are running offense like you drive, the pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to...
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion will cut this down to a 6-point game. Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for 2. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game, but you finish with a touchdown and a successful 2-point conversion.
Some sort of a building block.
Yeah, something.
So for the Dolphins, their strong start to the year continues.